Hello everybody, this is Clutch from the Sodak motorcycle blog. I'm here in the big old metropolis of Rockerville, South Dakota. As you can see, it's quite busy, it's quite hopping. I mean, right now it's a miracle I can even walk around here without hitting somebody. So today is well, this will be the season finale of my favorite rides for 2021-2022, and we got a pretty nice one for you here today. Originally I was going to make my season finale Zion National Park, which you saw last month, but I decided, with the benefit of hindsight and also the fact that I'm shooting the last one of the season right now, I figured, you know what, let's just make this the last one and we'll kind of just approach it like that. So this road is South Rockerville Road. It's literally the road that goes south of Rockerville. It's a Pennington County road, and it's paved, and it's a pretty nice little road. In fact, my wife, the reason I decided to add this to the list was my wife made the comment a few months back of when we were on this road. She's like, gee, you must really like this road. I said, why is that? She's like, because every single time we've gone on a ride this year, we've taken this road. So it kind of snapped me and realized, man, this is a great road you got. Why don't you take the stupid thing and why don't you put it on my favorite rides? So that's what I did. Like I said, South Rockerville Road, it runs south of Rockerville, and it runs down to South Dakota Highway 40. About, I'd say it's probably about 5 miles to the east of Keystone. It's a cool little back way, I think. Very fun road. Also a very can be a sneaky difficult road. There's a few of the curves you're going to see around here where you think they're going to not be so bad, and well, they are. Actually, most of the time this is how I end up on this road, is right here at this intersection. Because that's a cool little county road too, called Rockerville Road, and we're probably going to eventually feature that one as well. So anyways, back to the task at hand, Rockerville Road. Like I said, this can be a sneaky difficult road if you're not paying attention. There's a couple of declining radius turns here that could really give you some issues if you're not careful with it. Also, there's some, like I said, they don't look like they're that bad, but they are. Like, prime example, this one you're coming up on right here. This is one of those, when they say 15 miles per hour, they pretty much mean 15 miles per hour. It's a this corner can be a bugger. I've run wide in it a number of times when I was younger, and even now, every once in a while, you're not paying attention, and you get in that corner a little too hot, and man, you can run wide. So all these turns, I believe it's a 40-45 mile per hour speed limit. Kind of stick to it. The other thing you have on this road is, as you can just see right here, we have just cast the crowd guard. We are now in open range. And yes, there are cattle out here. I've seen cattle on this road many times. So, yet another reason to be gentle. Don't be stupid. Up here in the distance, you can't see it, but there's Mount Rushmore. Kind of see the edge of it, and also kind of a view of the Needles there. Then kind of behind it in the distance, which, like I said, you're not going to see this on the GoPro, but there's Black Elk Peak as well. And like I said, this is just a nice, beautiful little road. If you're looking for a different way to go to Keystone, this is the way to go. Turn off at Rockerville, take South Rockerville Road, and bring in Highway 40 into Keystone, because this is a beautiful, beautiful road. Like, it don't get much better than this. It don't. I mean, you can run this all crazy and Rossi like if you want, but I would highly suggest you don't do that. I would suggest maybe taking your time and enjoying it just a little bit, because this is definitely a road to kind of slow down and enjoy, as are most of the roads here in the hills. And what do we have here? I told you it's open range. Right there, you got some cattle. Do me a favor, be a good steward. When you see cattle, just slow down and try not to spook them. Then granted, in the end, they can get spooked, but don't, let's put it this way, don't purposely try to spook them, because that's kind of being a dick. And as a child of a cattleman, no, don't do that. Don't spook the cattle. That's just not right. Personally, I don't think it's a good idea to spook any kind of animal, because honestly, you start spooking stuff, that there's no telling what's going to happen. And I'll be honest with you, you don't want to hit a cow. The other thing you need to watch out for on this road, and I kind of know from personal experience many years ago, is there's a lot of dudes running around out here hiding something. Let's put it that way. Because there's a couple spots on this road where you got trails that go to some popular swimming holes, including one of them named Hippie Hole. That should tell you all you need. So, you know, kind of watch out for that. We have a couple local stoners that have had a little too much of the Mary Jane. Then I'm sure you got some meth heads to deal with too. But so kind of keep that in mind as well. The other thing is, most of your people that live up here, and I know this also from experience, is most of the locals that live around this area, unlike a car, they are not taking things nice and slow. They are going pretty darn fast. The reason I know all this is because I worked the summer at Rushmore Cave, which actually is about, from the edge of this, is about another 5 miles down the road. And I lived up there for like 90 bucks for the whole summer, so it was dirt cheap. It was like 30 bucks a month rent. So you couldn't beat that rate, even in 2001. And this was the quickest way to Rapid. If you wanted to go to Rapid in a hurry, you went out of there and you took South Rockerville Road up and came in on 16. And also you drove down South Rockerville Road at like 55, 60, 65, 70 miles an hour. So beware of that. This is one of those roads that's beautiful, but also it's definitely a head on the swivel kind of a road. But God, is it beautiful up here. Like, God, do I love this road. Just a great road. It's end of September, so we got leaves starting to turn. Granted, they don't turn as quick here as they do in like Spearfish Canyon or Vanocker Canyon. One thing here in the hills, we're pretty fortunate. There's a decent amount of paved county roads, so we can experience cool little rides like this going down the road. That's pretty cool. This curve right here at the end, this one's another one that sneaks up on you. And just like that, we are done. Like I said, it's kind of a short road. Actually, you know what? We're going to make this a twin feature. We're going to make this a double feature. We're going to go on the Playhouse Road for a little bit too. Right now I'm on Highway 40. We're turning onto Playhouse Road. Now this road's a fairly new paved road. I think they paved it about 5-6 years ago. And this is the way, well, one of the ways to get to the Black Hills Playhouse in Custer State Park. Also, another nice thing about this little stretch is this little tiny road will get you right up to the south end of the cool part of the Needles, or of Iron Mountain Road. So, and like I said, we're gonna make this a twin feature, I think, or double feature, whatever. Now this one, you can really tell that this used to be gravel road. I mean, you look at the shape, but essentially what they did to pave this road is they just did chip seal on top of gravel. That's all they did. I mean, it does a pretty good job. It holds up, but it's not for like heavy vehicles, stuff like that. And like usual, we got some more open range coming through here. A lot of technical curves on this one too. You could probably get away on Rossi and it on South Rockerville Road, but on Playhouse Road, the north portion, no, you can't. You can't do it because there's too much weird stuff up here, and like I said, it's not. There's one really nasty corner up here that if you're going to run this fast, I would say you'd have to be pretty much perfect. And with the weird little terrain in this one, the amount of bumps, how rough this road is, I don't know if you'd get to that point you need to be. I really don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like it would be a very bad idea. Unless you've done any kind of super advanced training, I would highly recommend you do not do it. Here's that corner right here. Yeah, this one's a tricky one. Very much a decreasing radius downhill if you're coming from the north. I will say this, it has been absolutely amazing year for my favorite rides. I mean, we've gone to a lot of pretty cool places. I mean, if you got Zion National Park and Bryce Canyon National Park within the same year of my favorite rides, that's quite an extraordinary year, I think. Not to mention, we got to find a hidden gem in the Rochford Road out there in the middle of nowhere. Then obviously this lovely little gem. And then also we did Mackinac Bridge at the start of the season, which is pretty sweet. So we kind of caught a little bit of we caught all kinds of different places, a good wide swath this year of places. So I'm very happy with where this is taking us. It's been a good 3 seasons, I think. I feel like I'm getting better and better at making these videos. Hopefully everybody's still enjoying them, I guess. Watch out for that too. Guys crossing center lines. It happens quite a bit. But this is where I'm gonna ask you to start helping out a little bit. I mean, I got great places I like to go, but I mean, I need some, you know, give me some ideas, guys. I want some ideas. Give me some cool off the beaten road stuff that I could go to. Granted, there's some of it it might not get done right away, but I want to try to get as much stuff on my favorite rides as I can. I'd really love to get some cool out of the way places as well. And I get it if you don't really want to, you know, give away the secret of your good little road or whatever. I get that too, but you know, you got some ideas, shoot them out there. I'm definitely willing to listen, because I'm always looking for ideas of places to go. Back there we have crossed over into Custer County now. Now the Custer County paved side isn't as good as the Pennington County paved side, but it still does a pretty good job. Another thing to keep an eye on out here is wildlife. You definitely will see wildlife out here, especially if you happen to be running down this road towards sundown. You're gonna see some wildlife. During the middle of the day it's not so bad, but you get into, so one night I drove down, we had a poker run going, and I worked the station down at Elk Haven Horse Camp, and I came back on Playhouse Road there, and come over the hill, and right there 3 or 4 deer just standing in the road, and it was just like, you know, all the signs right at sundown, and you know that's when they come out. So please watch what you're doing with wildlife around here, and that goes for anywhere in the hills, but especially on some of these not as well traveled roads. You know, deer get used to not having traffic. Well, right there in the distance is Mount Rushmore. I don't know how well you can see this, but I'm going to try to point this out to you. So, right out in front of me, Mount Rushmore. Right up there, just to my left, that's Black Elk Peak. That's the highest point in South Dakota. All around it, you have the Needles. And this is just a beautiful area. This is just absolutely beautiful, peaceful, lovely area. So you definitely should come check this out. But, well, there you have it. I am Clutch from the Sodak Motorcycle Blog, saying thank you for tuning in all throughout 2021. And I know you're watching this in April of 2022, but this more than likely will be the last video you see that has 2021 recording in it. So I'm gonna take one more chance. Just thank you for stopping by and checking out the Sodak motorcycle blog, and I appreciate your continued support. So once again, for the Sodak motorcycle blog, I am Clutch, signing off.